What's up, guys? I was going to make the TikTok feta pasta for you tonight, but I feel like there are already enough versions of that and you're either gonna make it or you're not. Or you just like watching my videos and you don't even like cooking stuff. I always wonder who watches and actually cooks the stuff that I make, but I'm not gonna be cooking tonight. I don't really like talking about my personal life, but I feel like with everything that's been going on, I have to. And not like, oh, I'm so important, I'm an influencer or anything. I just, yeah, I don't know if this will change everything, or it'll probably, I don't even know if it'll change anything, but I couldn't watch what was happening and say nothing. And I don't know if this will change anyone's opinion, but if it can reach even just one person and help one person understand that you just don't know. I had an abortion. I had an abortion at 20 weeks, which is a late stage abortion. And the thing is, I wanted to have kids. At 20 weeks, I went in for an ultrasound appointment and walked into a horror movie. There was like a construction site and flickering lights, and I literally said out loud, "This feels like a horror film." And then an hour later, an old bald man that I'd never met was being ushered in by the ultrasound technician, and he told me that something had gone wrong and pregnancy was no longer viable. The official term is death of a fetus at that point in the pregnancy, I learned. I learned a lot of things. I also learned that at that point in the pregnancy, you have a choice between inducing labor or having a D&E, which is an abortion. And if you live somewhere where abortions are illegal, then you don't have a choice. I also learned that the holiday season is torture when you have death inside of you and the medical system doesn't care at all. I also learned that there's a law in my state that if you're 24 weeks, if you have an abortion at 24 weeks, you have to have a funeral for the baby. I was able to avoid that because of a technicality, but thank God. Again, I wanted to have the baby that I thought I was gonna have, but after the ultrasound, I just wanted for the nightmare to be over. And imagine if I had to get induced labor. Like, when you take away someone's right to an abortion after a certain number of weeks, you take away more than just their right to choose. An abortion at 20 weeks is a really involved process, which takes a couple days of prep. And so it was like 7 days between when I found out and when I actually went under anesthesia. And it was all made a little bit longer by it being a holiday weekend and the fact that when you make a medical procedure somehow less doctors are willing to do it. 7 days is a really long time. After the procedure, they gave me a Percocet. I had to go to training for a job the next day because life doesn't stop. And I didn't tell anyone at the training, and I've never really told anyone, but I don't know, just with everything going on. And my surgeon was actually wonderful. She was kind and calming and managed to never say the word God. At the end of the first follow-up that we had, she said that they had tried everything there was to find an explanation, and there was none. They'd done a bunch of tests. Sometimes things just happen. She said that it was just how nature is. Another doctor would have said God works in mysterious ways, or I don't know. It just wouldn't have been, that isn't what I needed. Things happen, awful things, and when laws make those things more awful, those are really bad laws. So yeah, sorry, I don't like talking about personal stuff. And I know that my story is just a particular story, but I think that abortion should be safe and legal. And sorry, I know that's not the content that you came here for. Next week I'm gonna be making pasta chips in the air fryer.